here at Rosenbloom Center on Vision and Aging. For those who are looking for a quick update on their phones, Seattle is just scored, so the Packers are still winning 16-7.
Good or bad, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I want to start, first and foremost by thanking the reason that we're all here, Dr. Rosenbloom and his wife Sarah, who made this all possible for us. This has been a 2.5-year passion project for me, but the reality is I think this has been a lifelong passion project for Dr. Rosenbloom, and his vision of what he wanted to create, I can only hope is on the other side of this wall, and he'll appreciate it and be able to see and experience that when we go over there. I had the pleasure to sit down with Dr. Rosenbloom about 6 months into the project, which I think was helpful because it allowed me to determine exactly what my interpretation of his vision for the project was, and to sit down with him and sort of fact check and compare notes. And I think we spent a good 2-3 hours in the room together, just going over different elements, and he had a lot of questions for me, and some of them I had answers to, and some of them I realized I better get answers to, moving forward. But like I said, I can only hope that what we've been able to deliver has stayed true to the vision that he's thought of for so many years leading up to this moment. So certainly it wouldn't be possible without them, but I also want to thank all of the generous donors who have made this possible as well today. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, we have a fantastic donor wall that I think everyone is proud of, and those who have names up there, and also those who don't have a name up there that donated as well, not only support and time, but really allowed us to bring all this together and make it happen. So certainly wouldn't have been able to do it without any of you. So thank you so much for coming. I first want to thank, certainly Dr. Rosenbloom's idea got the ball rolling on this, but really it was the president and Dr. Crouch and the board of trustees who made it a reality, and turned it into a project that was going to happen. So certainly can't thank them enough for getting the ball rolling. It's been an invaluable experience for me from the very beginning. And on that note, I certainly need to thank Dr. Stephanie Mesner, Dr. Len Mesner, and their committee teams for choosing me and really letting me lead the charge on building the Rosenbloom Center. So once we started the construction process, the person who I leaned on the most was definitely Dr. Conrad, and she gave me the autonomy to work within the project, but then also was also there to offer me the support when I needed it, and definitely wouldn't have been able to do it without Jensen and Halstead, the architects. We worked hand in hand on pretty much a daily basis. Leo Pardo Construction played a large role as well, of course, and I can definitely say that I'm going to miss all of our emails and phone calls that seemingly went back and forth, sometimes 10 to 15 times per day, making sure that the color that I said was actually the color that they were interpreting, and whether the nameplates were right, and so on and so forth. Another group that was instrumental in bringing this all together was an advisory board that we put together. We met with some community ODs, some of which were able to make it out today, which has been great. Joe McCrae, Memo Gamboa, and Alan Karakomi, a few others who weren't able to make it. But they were really instrumental in making sure that we were thinking outside the box. We're trying to create something unique. We're trying to create something premier, and we wanted to make sure that we weren't closed-minded in our vision, and that we were actually broadcasting the perception that we thought we were. So I definitely want to thank them as well. They were more than helpful. A special personal thank you to Dr. Tracy Machinsky. She was instrumental in implementing the vision rehabilitation components into this clinic. And there were certainly areas that were far outside my expertise, and she lended a hand from the very beginning and continues to lend a hand as we move forward in more of the clinical and programmatic nature as well. Another person that I would like to thank personally is Dr. Nick Opitz. He is not only a great friend, but has offered me support from the very beginning. Is kind of a ghostwriter in this project, and then he really, I was able to bounce the ideas off of him, and even though he wasn't on a specific name committee, he was involved in this process throughout as well. So last but not least, as obviously this is something I'm passionate about, I have to thank my family who drove in and flew in. You guys have made this all possible, and it's your support that motivates me to continue to do better. So many people have asked me, what's next in this project? Those who know me pretty well know that I don't sit still very well, and so now that this process is done from a construction standpoint, really the work of fulfilling the vision is just starting. So now's the time where we have to start implementing the patient care elements, the educational elements, the research, the community outreach. So by no means is this job done. We're just getting warmed up. So I look for continued support. I thank all of you for coming out again, and without further ado, I'd like to introduce President Dr. Errol Augsburger.